Turning attention now to the other big story that's breaking on the show. Tarique Rahman has taken oath as the next Prime Minister of Bangladesh, putting an end to the interim, unstable and volatile period in Bangladesh's recent history. Mohammad Yunus's tenure has ended. He officially stepped down yesterday. Today, Tarique Rahman has taken oath. On your screens are those visuals of Tarique Rahman being administered oath by President Shahabuddin. He's become the first male Prime Minister of Bangladesh in 32 long years. His party, BNP, founded by his mother, Khaleda Zia, has returned to power after 20 long years. The last term was 2001 to 2006 under Khaleda Zia, and now her son returns to power 20 years later, hopefully with a fresh idea towards government and governance and not on his mother Khaleda Zia's template. In fact, going into these elections, Tarique Rahman had made some very important commentary saying that he would focus on Bangladesh. The commentary coming in from Tarique Rahman was both responsible and extremely mature and nothing like what Mohammad Yunus had all along focused on. There was no mention of India's Northeast or Seven Sisters, unlike Mohammad Yunus, who had made several references to India's Northeast in his 18-month-long tenure. Now, the India-Bangladesh relationship is at a delicate phase, and Tarique Rahman's policies and governance from here on will essentially shape or rather reshape the relationship from here on. Focus will be on border, the focus will be on stabilizing the region, the trade between India and Bangladesh that has been impacted in the last 18-odd months, along with several other factors, including Bangladeshi Hindus, the minorities that have been at the receiving end of worst set of violence that Mohammad Yunus's tenure saw, including that of Dipu Chandra Das. Tarique Rahman's task is cut out. He needs to, at one end, ensure that the massive electoral mandate that he has received paves way for a government that aims to ensure that the aspirations of all those people are finally met. Saurabh Gupta, my colleague who's been tracking these elections very closely for us, joins us on the broadcast as well. Saurabh, Tarique Rahman's swearing-in ceremony was attended by over a dozen leaders from across the world. India was represented by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. Walk us through the key priorities, the highlights that you think that Tarique Rahman's tenure is likely to focus on.
Well, let me start off with the bilateral relationship between India and Bangladesh, because that's, of course, the most important thing that India would be looking at. Now, look at the choice of foreign minister, or at least the probable choice of foreign minister. We see Mr. Khaleda Rahman, who was the previous NSA, the National Security Advisor in the interim government of Bangladesh, become a minister in Tarique Rahman's cabinet, and that, I can tell you, is a surprise choice. Now, obviously, Khaleda Rahman is someone, if you remember, visited New Delhi also in November. He was there for the Colombo Security Conclave, and he's someone who knows the ins and outs of foreign policy, and of course someone who India has a dialogue with. He met Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar in Delhi, he met NSA Ajit Doval in Delhi, and therefore he's someone whom India can talk to as well. What we're being given to understand also is Shama Obayed will be the junior foreign minister in the cabinet. Now, Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir and other senior leaders have all become, members of the cabinet. What we also see is that two minority faces, Nitai Roy Chaudhary, who's also a senior member of the BNP for many years, and also you have someone from Rangamati, the MP from Rangamati, who's also a minority member, and he's of course becoming the minister for Chittagong Hills, again, which is a very sensitive area in Bangladesh. So, interesting choice by Tarique Rahman. Some definitely a surprise, but what we understand is that he's now the Prime Minister. He has a policy document in place already, and he's of course chosen the people to implement that policy. But what India will be closely watching is who becomes Foreign Minister. And in that case, if it is Khaleda Rahman, he's someone who's been part of the interim government as well. But the one thing to note, and the crucial thing to note in all of this, which is likely to be an issue in domestic politics in Bangladesh, is that the BNP members of parliament took oath as MPs, but they did not take oath as members of the Constitutional Reform Council. Now, the Constitutional Reform Council was mandated by the July Charter, and this was something that Mohammed Yunus, the interim government chief advisor, pushed.
Indeed. That was Mohammed Yunus's legacy, the whole reform push that Mohammed Yunus wanted to stand by. Just to tell our viewers in terms of the snub that came in, we're going to come to that in just a bit, but to tell our viewers the significance of some of these important members of Tarique Rahman's cabinet, because they are really going to be shaping key policies when it comes to border, when it comes to trade, when it comes to Teesta water management. All of them are going to be extremely important and will essentially decide the India-Bangladesh relationship, isn't it? And also having members from the Hindu minority communities after those terrible instances like Deepu Chandra Das's lynching send a very powerful and a reassuring message to the minority Hindu community as well.
Well, Nisara Chaudhary is someone I've met personally many times. He's someone who's, of course, a member of the BNP, a very, very senior member of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party. He's someone who's a very, very senior lawyer, someone who is, again, very, very well versed with the BNP politics, someone who's within the BNP within the BNP system for a long time. And he's, of course, the Hindu member of the cabinet. You also have the minister for the Chittagong Hill Tracts. He's, of course, a senior minister. He's the other minority minister in this cabinet, and they are important personalities. They are representatives of the inclusive nature of the cabinet that Tarique Rahman, the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, wants to promote. Tarique Rahman took oath as Prime Minister of Bangladesh a short while ago, and of course he's now become the Prime Minister. And just to mention again, I must stress on the fact that, there is this July Charter, which is a document that Mohammed Yunus pushed, which the BNP has effectively snubbed today by saying that the old constitution is under which we are taking an oath. The parliament, the newly elected parliament, the elected government, not the selected government led by Yunus, will decide how to implement the July Charter.